Hello and welcome back to another Keep Moving with Emily. I'm Emily, your adaptive fitness trainer helping you keep moving, and today we're getting in a full body workout under 30 minutes. So if you only have some short time, this is the workout for you. This can be done seated or standing or a combination of both. So depending on how you're feeling today, you get to choose your option. So if you're ready, we're gonna warm it up. Make sure you've got some hand weights ready to go for after our warm up. But first we're gonna do the body scan, which is also up on the screen. So find yourself a comfortable position, take a big breath in and a big breath out. We're just gonna kind of check in from our head to our toes. Check in with your cognition and your mood. How are we feeling today? How are we coming to this workout? Exercise really is found to help boost our mood. So if we're having a bad day, hopefully this will help increase those endorphins and boost that mood of yours. If you're having some cognitive challenges, know that all the workouts are written up on the screen. Slow things down if you need to. Check in with your fatigue. How are we feeling today? Exercise is also found to help fatigue. So again, if you need to give yourself permission to do this seated, do that. Check in with any pain, spasticity, tightness in your muscles, balance issues, numbness, all those things. Just pay attention to those and help that inform you on maybe what you need to use today, whether that's something for balance or do this seated. Last thing, set your intention. Why are you here today? For me, I need a workout and I want to work out with you. Let's take a big breath in up overhead and exhale it out. And we're going to get started with our warm up. Just breathe in, reach arms up overhead. Exhale, arms come down. Check in with your posture if you're seated. Sitting up nice and tall, hopefully on the edge of your chair to engage the core. Big breath in. We're going to do a nice dynamic warm up where we warm up from our head to our toes. Last one up. And exhale. Nice. Let's move into arm opener. So arms come open, crossing over our chest. I like to add in lower body. If that works for you, just tapping your foot to the side. If that doesn't work, just stick with arms. If you're doing this standing, you can add in a side step with the arm opener. So you'll chest opener here. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Moving into skiers. Big breath in, reach arms up overhead. As we exhale, chest comes towards those thighs. And big breath in, reach up and hinge forward. We're going nice and slow, not for speed. Working our shoulders. Starting to warm up that lower body. 2 more. Here's 1. And 2. Nice. Sit up nice and tall. Let's go into shoulder rolls. Again, checking in with our posture. Roll those shoulders back a couple of times, and then we're going to roll the shoulders forward. Getting our blood pumping, get those muscles warm. Perfect. 3, 2, and 1. Moving into spinal twist, reaching to the side. It can be smaller movements or bigger movements. We're warming up our core. We're warming up our spine. Warming up our brain too as we reach opposite hand to the opposite corner. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Moving into reach overs. Place that forearm on your thigh. Reach it up and over. Good stretch and switch. This one feels so good. Wakes up the body. Nice stretch in those shoulders and those lats and those obliques. Side core muscles. Good. 2 more on each side. Here's 1. And 2. Awesome. Let's move into some lower body stretches. So grab underneath the knee, pull that knee up towards the chest, rotate in the ankle, point and flex the toe, and then switch sides. We're not holding for too long. If we're experiencing any spasticity or tightness in our muscles, maybe we aren't able to pull up as high, or maybe we just have to do a couple of just good knee hugs. That works too. I like this one too because it helps warm up my ankles for ankle mobility, especially if I'm going to do anything standing. 1 more on each side. Open up those hips. Last one here. And we'll move into hamstring scoops. Love this warm-up move. So extend your foot out in front, legs extended long, heels on the ground, toes pointed up. I'm going to hinge down, reach towards that toe, big scoop. If you've been with me for a while, warm-ups pretty much look the same, just because we want to warm up from our head to our toes. Nice. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that now. Because you want to be able to know when workouts come. New workouts are coming all the time. I want to help you keep moving. You should be working out 5 days out of the week for 30 minutes. So happy to be your workout buddy. Last one on that other side. Awesome. Okay, finishing with windmills. Legs are wide, arms are wide, opposite hand, opposite ankle, shin. You decide on the depth of this move. Nice spinal rotation. Again, working that brain as we do opposite hand to opposite shin. Nice. One more on each side. Reach, sit nice and tall, and perfect. Okay, grab those weights. You're gonna wanna have some hand weights, maybe a couple different sets, maybe even a TheraBand if you need it. And we're gonna get started with our workout. Let's go. All right, workout is up on the screen. What you're gonna notice is we always have a cardio. We always have an upper body, a lower body, and a core movement. We're gonna do each of these exercises 3 times in a row. So you're really gonna work on some repetition. Maybe that first round, you're just kind of figuring out what you're doing, which version you wanna do, seated or standing. And then as the rounds go on, maybe increase your speed or just do it more efficiently. Repetition is great for our neuroplasticity, connecting the rest of our brain to our body. Starting off with good old cherry pickers. Great cardio move, hands to the sky, hands to the hips, tiny little squat if we're doing it standing. If we're seated, sitting up nice and tall, hands to the sky, hands to the hips, reach it forward. We've got 3 rounds, 30 seconds each, resting for 10 seconds in between. If you're ready, we'll get started in 10 seconds. Let's go. All right, get your mind right, figure out which version you want to do. Maybe you tried seated one time, standing the next. Up to you. We start in 3, 2, 1, let's go. So first, maybe you just figure out the movement. Hands to the sky, then reach it forward, or you're doing that tiny little squat. Once you figure it out, maybe you speed it up. You have 3 rounds here, so pace yourself. Anytime you reach hands up overhead, you're gonna get that heart rate up there. Good, standing option is here. You got it, keep going. Reach up nice and high, 3, 2, 1, quick rest. If we're standing, maybe we shift weight from side to side. Take nice big deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Round 2, let's go. You got it. Whew. Nice. We're working for 30 seconds. Quick little rest in between. This is what you call high intensity interval training. This is actually found to be really beneficial, specifically for MS, just because it gives us a chance to recover, but still get in a really effective workout in a short period of time. And rest. Good, you got 1 more round, then we'll move in to upper body. I'm gonna do this final one standing. You decide which version works for you. Let's go. Keep breathing. This is a cardio move, meaning we're gonna be getting out of breath. We're working our heart and lung function, really getting the blood pumping. You wanna make it more intense, you speed it up. Yep, you got it, we're almost finished. Stay strong. Perfect. Hang on to it. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice, grab some water, grab your weights. We are working our back muscles, our upper body, for this first move. So it's gonna be a row to a reverse fly. So if I grab my weights, for seated option, feet are out in front of me, weights are down by my side. I'm gonna hinge forward and I'm gonna row, pull those weights up to my hip pockets, lower them, and then bring them wide, and then sit up nice and tall. That's the seated option. Standing option is gonna challenge your balance. Feet shoulder width apart, slight bend in the knee. I'm hinged forward. I'm gonna row, lower, and then open up those arms nice and big and stand. We're gonna feel this all in those back muscles. You decide if you wanna do this seated or standing. I'll probably do one of each and then decide how I'm feeling for the 3rd round. We get started in 5 seconds. So seated or standing, weights are down by my side. Let's go. Hinge forward, row, pull those weights up, lower, reverse fly, and then sit up or stand up nice and tall. Row, keep those elbows up nice and close to your body, and then slight bend in the elbows as you open up the arms nice and wide. Keep it up. Row to reverse fly. squeezing in those shoulder blades. You got it. 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Rest. I'm going to show the standing version. Feet are shoulder width apart. Weights are by my side. Arms are close to my side. Let's go. So we hinge. Row, lower. Reverse fly, lower. Sit up or stand up nice and tall. Good. Row. If you have to say it out loud, sometimes that's helpful. This is kind of like a cognitive thing. I got to hinge. Row. Reverse fly. Squeezing the glutes as we stand. 10 seconds left. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Good. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. One more round. I'm going to do this final one seated. You decide seated or standing. Weights are to our side. Let's go. 30 seconds of work. Then we're going to move in to lower body work. Good. We're really going to get in a full body workout in less than 30 minutes. Sometimes we don't have much time, so we're going to make it count. That's why I love like these repetitive movements, because by the third round, I kind of figure out what I'm doing. Nice job. All right. We're moving on to squat taps. So I'm going to place those weights onto the floor. If you're doing this seated and if lifting the legs is a little challenging, if you have a TheraBand, you can always do clamshells. Placing that TheraBand underneath your legs, holding above the knees, and then opening the knees as wide as you can. Hold for a couple seconds and slowly bring them back. This is a great option. If we don't have a TheraBand, we can always use our hands as resistance or just open and close. We're working our glutes, outer thigh, and inner thigh. If lifting the legs does work, we're gonna go out to the side, back to the center, out to the side, back to the center. If we need to physically lift, that works too. If you wanna do a single side for one round, single side for the other round, and then alternate for the third one, that works too. Kind of get to decide. For the standing option, same idea. So I can either be tapping to the side, holding onto something for 30 seconds, switch sides for the next 30 seconds, and then alternate, or you can do a side step, hanging onto a walker, countertop, chair for balance. Cool? So those are your options for our squat taps, working those glutes, working the thighs. I'm gonna start seated. You decide. We start in about 5 seconds. So I'm just gonna alternate for all 3 rounds, but here we go. So we're here for 30 seconds. So maybe you're sticking with that single side, totally fine. That will fatigue one leg. Then you'll get a break and do the other one, or you can just alternate. You got it. We're sitting up nice and tall if we're seated. You can physically lift the leg if you need to, or you're doing those clamshells. Keep it up. Woo! If you're standing, you got that side step or that squat tap. 3, 2, 1, rest. Nice. I'm gonna do this one standing. For the standing option, I kind of like to have a little bit of a bend in my knees, almost like a mini squat. It just really works those quads even more. You ready? Let's go. So again, maybe you're doing that single side, or you're alternating, or you're doing a side step. These are all really great options for that standing one, or you're still doing that seated one. Good. Keep it up. Again, maybe I'm hanging onto something if I have balance issues. We're kind of doing a little bit of a single leg stance. Challenges the balance, but it's great if this is something that you can do safely. 3, 2, 1, rest. Final round, we're all alternating whether you're doing it seated or standing. I think I'm gonna do this round standing. You decide. You ready? Let's go. So maybe I'm doing a side step. That works. Or bring it back to the center and tap the foot to the side. Keep it up, keep it up. You got this. Stay strong. If you're doing the seated option, you are so strong. Give yourself permission to do something that's gonna make you feel successful today. All right, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Lovely. Finishing with core for this round. Same idea, 3 rounds. We're going for twists. We can do it seated, twisting from side to side as if we're passing food at the table. You can also lean back slightly into like a half sit-up and bring that weight to your hip. If you want to try it standing, nice wide stance with those feet, twisting from side to side, that your torso is the only thing twisting. The further the weight out is in front of you, the harder it will be. 3 rounds of 30 seconds. Are you ready? I'm gonna start seated. You decide. All right, you ready? Check in with your posture. Sitting up nice and tall, core is engaged. Let's go. Nice little twist, slow and controlled. Eyes are following that weight. I just want you to like try, hold the weight out as far in front of you as you can and notice how much more difficult that is. Yeah, that's why I like to keep it nice and close. If we're seated, we can always lean back slightly and tap to that hip. Good, or you're doing this standing and just twisting from side to side. 3, 2, 1. Nice. 2 more rounds. You ready? You ready? Here we go. Big breath in, big breath out. Begin. Keeping that core nice and strong the entire time. Don't forget to breathe. Again, try the weight. Oof, all the way out in front. No joke. So challenging. Good. Hang on to it. 3, 2, 1. Final 30 seconds. I'm going to finish with nice little twists in that half sit-up. So again, I'm leaning back slightly and bringing the weight to my hip pockets. You ready? Let's go. Nice. Twisting from side to side, keeping the core nice and strong. This one's going to put a little bit more pressure on your lower back. So if you've got lower back issues, just do the sitting up nice and tall option. Nice. Come on, 10 more seconds. You're doing it. Keep it up. And boom. Round 1 complete. Moving on. Let's go. All right, friends, here we are. Round number 2. We are moving on to, 4 new exercises, same format. First, we're starting with punches. We're going to do a lot of different combinations. Again, we have 3 rounds of 30 seconds of each of these exercises, starting with good old punches. So I'm going to put my timer on. We're going to get started in 10 seconds. Again, you can do this seated or standing. You decide. Hands are up. We're just going to start with good old punches right in front. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Now, anytime I'm doing punching or really any kind of aerobic activity, if I hear a beat, I'm going to try to stick with it. Can you hear that? Good. Stick with it. Add in a little bit of a twist if you can. Good. You can always come up nice and high. Perfect. I know the music has stopped. Let's keep going. Keep punching. 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Again, we can do this seated or standing. I'm going to do this version standing. Again, listen to that music. Find your beat. Let's go. Come on. So good. Reach it up. Crossover punches. Nice and high to that opposite corner. Back in front. Stay strong. I love punches. It's a great way to take out any anger or frustration you may have. Life is hard. Let's take it, channel it, all those emotions in a healthy way. Final round, final 30 seconds. I'm going to challenge you. We're going to go for single, double punch. It'll be right, left, right, and then switch it up. You ready? Let's go. Good. Single, double. Good. You can come up to the corner if you want. Challenges the brain. Come back to the center. Good. Again, maybe we do this standing. Maybe we do this seated. Whichever version you're doing. So good. Last 5 seconds, nice and quick. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice. Grab those weights. Moving on to upper body. All right, this one is a double move. Biceps and shoulders. So it's going to go for a bicep curl. And as we lower, lateral raise. Woo! Shoulders and biceps, so good. All right, so that's what's happening in the next 7 seconds. Sitting up nice and tall, standing up nice and tall. Weights are down by our side. Are you ready? Here we go. So we're going to exhale. Curl those weights up to the shoulders. Lower. Slight bend in the elbow. Raise those arms. Curl. Lateral raise. Shoulders and biceps. Nice. You got it. Check in with your posture. Are we sitting up nice and tall? Is your core engaged? Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Woo. I'm going to do this next one standing. Feet are shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider. Roll those shoulders down and back. Curls to lateral raise. Let's go. Curl. Lateral raise. Yeah. Keep it up. We're almost finished. We got one more set after this. I have a slight bend in my elbow as I raise those weights up. Makes it a little bit more easier. If my arms are straight out, you're gonna notice it's like much more challenging. Yeah. Rest. Final round. I think I'm gonna do this round seated. Always listen to your body. It is okay to take a seat if you need to. You ready? Let's go. Final 30 seconds. Yes. Work those biceps. Work those shoulders. Work your core. Work the brain. This is 2 exercises in one. What I like to call compound exercises, where we're working multiple muscles at the same time. So good. This is how we really get the biggest bang for our buck. Rest. Nice. Moving into lower body. We're doing some knee raises. If standing and balance is something you can do safely, I will show you that version in a second. For those of us seated, I'm going to challenge you. You're going to do single side. So you're going to do right knee raises like so for that 30 seconds. Then you'll do left knee. Then you're going to alternate. Nice little march. If I need to physically lift my leg, that is totally fine. If you want to lift it up and hold for a few seconds and then lower, totally fine too. So challenge is to do single side for 30, single side for 30, and then alternate for the last 30. For those of us standing, we can hang onto a wall. We can hang onto our chair, our walker. Same thing, single leg, knee raises. If you really want to work that balance, maybe you hold. We're here for 30 seconds, remember that. Again, use something to help your balance, to keep you safe. And then that final round, that third round, we're just gonna alternate with those knee raises. Cool? All right. Pick which version you wanna do, and we'll get started in 5 seconds. I'm gonna do standing for our single leg raises. Let's go. So knee raise comes up. I'm hanging onto a wall, driving the knee up, knowing that this leg that's standing is also working. As this knee raises, I'm squeezing in my quad, squeezing in my glute, driving this knee up. Core is engaged. Feel all those muscles in our ankle working. Nice. If you're seated, you're still just driving that knee up, maybe lifting the knee up. Rest. Other side. Again, if you're maybe wanting to do that hold, you can do that as well. Are you ready? We start in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So maybe we're doing that single knee raise. Maybe we hold. You can work your balance. Good. Squeezing those glutes, squeezing those quads. Don't let this hip dip, all right? Everything is nice and pulled in, strong, hanging on to that chair, wall, walker, countertop, whatever it is, or we're driving that knee up in a seated position. Rest. Good. Final one. You're just alternating those knee raises. I'm doing this final one seated. I'm going to hang onto my chair, lean back slightly, and then I'm going to march those knees. Other great option, physically lifting. Yep. For those of you standing, good old knee raises. Perfect. Keep got this. Those hip flexors are starting to get tired. So again, we're not going for speed. We're just getting in lots of repetition. So good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Good. Final round. We got our core. Are you ready? We're doing weighted sit-ups, so I want you to grab one weight. You're gonna hold it to your chest. We're sitting on the edge of our chair. We're gonna lean back slightly, tap those shoulder blades to the back. Exhale as we do elbows to knees. All right? Use that breath. That will help you. It's your power breath. Engages the core, helps you get up. Weights at our chest. You ready? Begin. Inhale back. Exhale forward. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Feel those abdominal muscles tighten as we breathe. These muscles are super important. We got to get up from our bed, up from the couch, up from the table. Core muscles, everything. Let's go. This weight, just adding resistance. So if the weight gets too heavy, you can always drop it. I want you to rest. Good. Take a big breath in, big breath out. We got 2 more rounds. Just think, a minute of work left. You ready? Let's go. Inhale back, exhale forward. Good. Stay strong, my friends. Core is strong. Your body is strong. It has moved for you today. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Final 30 seconds. We can do anything for these short periods of time. This is why I love high intensity interval training, because I'm like, okay, I can do this for 30 seconds. Let's go. 30 seconds strong. Nice. Inhale back, exhale forward. Come on. I'm going to challenge you last 10 seconds. I want you to lean back slightly and just hold. Core is strong. We're in like half sit up right now. Hang on to it. Hold. 3, 2, 1, and boom. You are so strong. Nice job. Ah, friends, we did it. We moved our bodies, and I'm so beyond proud of you. Thank you so much for joining me for another Keep Moving with Emily workout. We're going to stretch it out, cool it down, and appreciate our bodies for how they've moved and breathed for us today. So take a big breath in, reach those arms up overhead. Extend the arms up, lengthen in the spine. Exhale. Reach those arms back behind and open up the chest. Just take a few deep breaths here, filling up those lungs. Big breath in. Exhale, round in the back. Hug that tree. Nice stretch in those shoulder blades. As we stretch, check back in with your body. Kind of how we did at the beginning of just that body scan. How's our mood? Has it improved? Exhale, shake it out. How's our fatigue? How's our muscles? Things like that. Inhale into Warrior 1. Palms face each other. Exhale into Warrior 2. Push those walls away. Bring one arm across your body, hug it to your chest, and rotate in the wrist. Hopefully your muscles feel a little bit more loose. Hopefully, some endorphins have gotten going, or like I said, you were just able to step away from life for a little bit. You had to be present in this moment. Open up those arms wide, push the walls away. Exhale, the arm comes across. Rotate in the wrist. And thank your body for how it has moved for you today. How strong your arms have been, your legs have been, your core has been, your mind has been. Just be grateful. Exhale, shake it out. Let's do a nice little spinal twist here. So breathe in. Exhale, twist your torso to one side. Nice little spinal twist here. Good. Breathe in. Exhale to the other side. Nice. Also, as we breathe, we're just reminding ourselves that we have breath in our lungs, which means we have purpose today, whatever that may be. Exhale, come back to center. Let's grab underneath the knee, pull the knee up towards your chest, rotate in the ankle, point and flex the toe. We'll hold here for a little bit longer. Our muscles are warmer now, so we can hold more of a static stretch where you hold for a little bit longer. And if any of these stretches feel good, you can stay there. I'm just kind of help guiding you. We don't want to neglect this part of our workout. Exhale, lengthen that leg long, and then we're going to reach. My heel's in the ground, toes pointed up. If you can reach for that toe, great. If you can only reach for your shin, awesome. Or knee, awesome. Or just stay here. Focusing on your breath. Listening to the music. Good. As we breathe in, pull that knee up, place the ankle on top of your thigh. Nice little glute stretch here, hip stretch. I like to bring my chest towards that bent leg, but you decide if that feels good to you or not. Awesome. Pull that knee up, place the foot on the floor, other side. Pull the knee up, rotate in the ankle, point and flex the toe. Well, I hope you feel really proud of yourselves. You did it. Check that box. You got in your exercise for the day. Thanks for being my workout buddy. Exhale, lengthen that leg long, heels in the ground, toes pointed up and reach. Maybe next time you're like, bring a friend over, have them join you for this workout. It's a good one. It's nice and, you can fit it into your day. You got this. Pull that knee up, place the ankle on top of your thigh, hinge it forward. I think for me, what I just love is making fitness accessible for all levels of ability, giving you options for seated or standing options. Maybe I'm introducing you to new exercises or something that you're like, hey, I could do this at my desk, or I should do this in the morning, like the body scan. That's a really great tool to use throughout the day just to kind of check in. Our bodies change. MS is different every day. And so I think sometimes just like being aware of how we're doing is really, really powerful. Good. Pull that knee in. Place the foot on the floor. Last big breath in. Exhale it out. So strong. Yes. Thanks so much for joining me for another Keep Moving with Emily, and I will see you next time.